Hi everybody, I'm Dan.
I'm Matt Van Blarken with Banner Sales and Consulting.
Hey man, let's talk about our fertilizer program.
How
I
great
know
it is.
it is great, and I know we have a good, better, best, correct?
Yes, that's right.
Where does the good start?
The good starts with our Banner made 1836.
Wait a minute, it's custom?
Custom. baby.
Only from
Custom.
Banner?
It's like spraying your car with a metallic cherry pearl.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
So all 1836s are not the same?
No.
What makes this one better?
Well, first and foremost, let's start with it has no salts in it. Okay, salts are bad. Bad. They just destroy things in the environment.
Does fertilizer normally have salt?
A lot of unscrupulous manufacturers add salt into their products as a carrier or as a substitute filler. Banner does not do that, and our products are salt-free, especially our 1836. And it's loaded with everything you need to succeed. So it's a great starting point for anybody that's trying to just start promoting some root development and some elongation in their trees and shrubs.
So when you say everything you need, I know that it's 50% slow release.
That's right.
And because of that, does that increase the time of year you can use it? Like some people only want to use it in the fall.
And that is a big misconception in this industry that, they got to only feed in the fall. There's pros and cons of feeding in the fall as well as feeding in the spring. With this product, feeding in the spring, really promote those growth, promote that flowers and blooms, get root elongation, healthier leaf tissue. It's a wonderful, wonderful thing. You can still apply it in the fall. It still works great for our evergreens, still works good for carbohydrate storage in the nodes for deciduous trees. It's just a wonderful product all the way around, and you don't have to be restricted to just fall. You can apply in the spring and all the way in the early summer if you got enough moisture in the environment.
Wow. Well, man, it sounds like what you're saying is that if you've got a plant that's in trouble, you could feed with this all season long, spring, summer, fall, to encourage that plant to get back to being healthy.
Absolutely.
So that's just the good program. That's just 1836.
Yeah.
If I wanted it to make it better, what would I add to it?
Well, let's pump it up and put some of our wonderful essential in it.
Essential.
Essential. Now, essential is a 101, and I get a feedback on 101. Yeah, this guy right here.
Okay.
It's seaweed kelp. It's 70% free carbon.
Free carbon, you mean, what's that mean, free carbon?
That means it's not locked up. It's chelated and available immediately. So it's not it's not like a biochar or some of these other products that they're gonna bind up in the soil and hang out and mess with your pH. This bad boy doesn't do that.
So this form of carbon comes from the composting of organic matter, is that true?
Seaweed kelp and other organic material, yes, absolutely.
So it's very similar to what nature gives us.
And that's what we're trying to mock. And that's the nature of Banner, and what we bring to the table is we want to repeat what nature does.
Okay.
There's so much synthetic and fake stuff out there that you just don't need all that gibberish and garbage. You want good, natural stuff that's going to encourage the natural biota of your environment or the ecosystem.
Does that include amino acids?
It does have amino acids in it.
So we've got amino acids, organic carbon source. This sounds to me like it would help improve root systems.
It will. It'll actually help with your leaf tissue and root hairs as well as leaf hairs on your leaf material of your trees and shrubs. This thickens them up, man. That helps make them just a little bit more resistant to disease activity. And that sounds a little, okay, but it really does work, and it works wonderfully. And promoting that root growth and pushing that out is the name of the game. The bigger that tap is, and the larger area it can feed, the healthier that tree is going to be, and the more stable that tree and shrub is going to be.
So this is going to help push out new roots. Is there something else that would benefit the roots?
Absolutely. We can pump it up and go into our best program, and that's where you take that 1836 we were talking about, Banner Select.
1836.
Add the essential to
Add
it.
essential.
And now we're going to add mycorrhizae.
Is that what this is?
That's what this is.
Oh, this little packet.
This little packet, and this is kind of key talking about this little packet. If you notice, it's not in a liquid solution.
Right.
Okay,
Why
so
is that?
A lot of manufacturers out there, they like to mix it and call it an all-in-one wonderful product. And for people who don't understand biology or chemistry, that actually will kill the mycorrhizae before you even have a chance to get it down in the ground.
kill it. I
Yes.
mean, this is alive.
It is. It is a living spore. It creates a symbiotic relationship with the root system of trees and shrubs. You know, it gets onto that little feeder root, capillaries out. I like to use the term Bitcoin mining because that's a big thing these days. And that's exactly what it's doing. It's reaching out and it's mining out everything out there. And in return, that symbiotic relationship we're talking about, the sugars and carbohydrates that come down, expand that root growth and expand that colony. And then that colony expands some more. And you can kind of see how this goes tit for tat, and everything reaps benefits. Now, the beautiful part about mycorrhizae is it is natural in the environment. It is in every forest floor. It was on your property before your house was there.
Well, why isn't it there now?
Well, unfortunately, a lot of landscapers and builders like to scrape that organic material right off the surface and resell
Because they
it.
sell it.
Exactly.
They're making money.
They're making money on
At
it.
my expense.
Yeah. But the problem is now you don't have it there. Now it's gone. And you've got bad soil and you've got to get that replaced. This is a key to having a healthy root system and a healthy tree and shrub. They need this. This is part of what helps them develop, stretch, and evolve into their environment.
Okay, so a combination 1836 is good, but it's a lot better with Essential. And if I want the best, we throw in mycorrhiza.
That's right.
Now I've addressed the entire plant.
Yep.
And I can do it all year long.
All year long.
It sounds like there's no loss here.
There isn't, and you know, anybody that's wanting to do it right, this is how you do it.
Well, that's great. Thank you so much, Matt, for explaining that to me.
My pleasure. That's what I'm here for. So, if you guys have any more questions or concerns about what we provide here at Banner, we can
I got
listen.
another question.
Yeah, shoot.
What about herbicides with
that's a-
this mix?
that's a great question.
Does it affect it, or what happens?
Well, you know, if you're mixing it in there, the herbicide will mess with anything
In
there.
the tank with
In the
these
tank.
products, these
Yes.
3 products. That's a no-no.
That's a no-no.
Oh.
You don't want to do that. And I mean,
Well, plus your root inject,
Yeah,
right?
exactly. So you don't want to root inject a herbicide.
Right.
But if you just got done, your guys went out there the day before and they had fed all the trees and shrubs, and then the lawn guy comes out the next day and he's applying, say, triad or triplet or something of that nature, it is not going to affect it. By the time it actually gets through the soil and gets down to the layer at which you're deep root feeding, it's going to be moved.
Okay, so it's just a matter of herbicides don't affect mycorrhiza. We just don't want them in the same tank. We don't want to be doing them at the same time. Let the mycorrhiza get into the soil, and then you can do your foliar application of herbicides with no bad effects.
That's
Is
right.
that correct?
That's right.
Matt, thank you so much.
Nothing to it.
You're just a world of knowledge.
I try to be something more than useless.
Thank you.